over there and teach people how to be like us. Our brief is to go over there and see how they do things and try and fit perhaps some improvements or some new ideas in with the village society, in with that. We're not there to missionize or anything like that. It's a great organisation. We live in fairly desperate times, and VSA are pretty desperate. They come under the purview of Mr. Murray McCulley. I'll say no more. They're short of dough. And so what we're doing, they do try, when they get a new recruit from a place like this, they ask us to raise some funds. This idea began as an idea. It seemed like a really good idea at the time. About the last 2 months, I've been waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning screaming, why did I do this? I can sleep tonight. Have a look at this. This is fantastic. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your donations and for supporting the event. I would particularly like to thank all of the musicians. Every single one. It has just been an absolute mind blower for us to see the response from these guys that we had so much fun with in the old days. And I just have to say that one of the great thrills of my life was coming down the stairs last night and finding, because musicians never commit, you know, and they never commit to a charity gig. So I didn't know until about, about 8 o'clock last night. I came down the stairs and I met Jim Wallace from the Outlaws band coming up. And that was the time I knew the Outlaws were coming. And then I walked down, said hi to the guys, turned around, and there was Red Wilson, who's come over from Australia for this. Now, I have a very, very special personal reason for thanking Outlaws and Red Wilson. They were a tremendous influence on me when I was doing my schlock on the stage. I'd say that probably I wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes in the music business if it wasn't for Jim Wallace Sr., who gave me the most amazing encouragement, and the wonderful, wonderful times that we spent with Bill Voigt and Red Wilson doing our Little Brewers Troop thing, which was just wonderful. I always said about Red Wilson, by the way, with Red Wilson on the stage, you could play any gig in New Zealand, any gig anywhere, from the Mongrel Mob headquarters to the Presbyterian Social Services Association. So all that being said, I want to introduce Outlaws. Now, Outlaws is a very, very special band. We'll go in reverse order. Playing the drums is Robert Wallace. Alex Wallace, one of my favourite guitar players in the world. Bass player to the stars, Jim Jr. And one of my dearest lifetime friends, Jim Wallace Sr. Outlaws, ladies and gentlemen.
John mentioned that I gave him something, and I think I gave it all away last night. We were here till about 4 in the morning, so I feel like I'm in a bit of a daze, but we'll do a wee thing for you. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, taking up my heart here, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my loved one so. big 707 set to go. But I'm stranded on the grass, yeah, where the pavement never grows, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all are fast. There she goes, my friend. She's rolling down that line. Hear the mighty engine roar. See that silver bird on high, far away and westward bound. Oh, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours time. Yep. Lord, this old airboat's got me down and down and down and down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump, they just please. It's like you can't afraid free. So I best be on my way in the early morning rain. Best be on my way in the early morning rain.